or how to create some kind of a joyful activism or hacking in our case specifically, that it can put the people on the board. How do you motivate somebody who is basically slugging? And I think this is something that begins almost embedded within the society from potentially next 20 years or so, to start promoting this type of awareness and hoping that it will become as a part of everyday life. As it became as a part of everyday life, if you think about it, when modernism came aboard, there was lots of people against these disposable cups and tissues and stuff. Now I can't imagine my life without tissues. We always joke, what would you do? But I think this will be used to create different post scenarios of how we can engage with the wider audience and public, hopefully with municipality as well, a little probing to see how we can change these relations.
It's reinforcing to me what you're saying is that still in a mentality point of view, UK,
long way to go.
In a different way. China is perhaps still, in terms of integration into behaviour, is still 10 to 20 years behind Germany. For example, it is just Northern Europe generally, Germany, it is just normal to separate and recycle. It is just behaviour. That is what you do. Whereas here, there's still, even cynicism, a lot of cynicism here about even the bins that I picked up in various conversations that I have with non-green people. Oh, if you put it into the recycling, it's going to end up at landfill anyway. So it's the public relations element of this has not been, the job hasn't been done well enough, and there's this transparency issue is a lack of transparency issue is a challenge, I
think it's hard as well for local authorities to try and preach that message, because people are hearing that nationally, from the national press, from the neighbours, and the local authority is sort of, we don't really have cash to run a campaign to sell everything.
Well, and I know for me personally, if ever, because I live with Lightning, and if ever I see anything, recyclable in the trash, and she's around, I'll just be like, this could be recycled. I'm trying to save the world here.
Crisp packets, rubbish all over the floor, a lack of personal responsibility. It's just, to me, almost unbelievable that still exists now. I mean, I can remember, without sounding too grey-haired, I can remember where you did used to see people drop things out of cars. You don't see that so much in this country here now. You see it in other countries.
But because we pick it all up. We spend a lot of money picking them up.
But it's still, to me, it's a fundamental thing that if we've still got, 18 to 25-year-olds that are just dumping stuff, on the floor without feeling any issues with that, we've got a long way to go. And it's an issue to do with the education system, it's to do with the family group. So, I mean, and again, it would be interesting then to look at, let's Germany, Sweden, whatever, Northern Europe, pick a country to see what were the points of transition. Maybe, 20 years ago or 25 years ago, there was an issue. But what was the point? Was it drip feed over that time, just, through the education system, through public information?
We've had the legislation coming out of the separate collections. Plastic, actually, I wondered if, I think you touched on it, Martin, actually, about the European industrial, was it Renaissance? And the idea was becoming a European recycling nation. But interestingly, RAP have just done a report about the barriers, and particularly food waste and plastic are the two materials that they've identified as being real struggles for residents and people, us, to understand. We're all residents, we're all here, we're all, do we understand what we're supposed to recycle? So it is an issue wider.
But it's also difficult just going through a regular habit of going through shopping through supermarket and picking up a product that is not wrapped in a plastic tray with a plastic backing, with a plastic, the growth, if you go, as you say, being in between these two sort of social revolutions before the internet and the superhighway, everything was not in a packet. Now everything is triple packet. You know, to the point that little packet is in a packet of the packet. I'm thinking, what is this
It
for?
could be really simple because when I live in the Netherlands and you recycle bottles, you take them to a supermarket, you get money back for them.
Sure.
So
There's a
much-
combination of things. There's incentives, and in places like Germany, you have the reverse vending machines. Same principle. Put the, bring your bottles back, you get, €1 back. But there is also something about education, public. It's a whole suite of things, to change behaviour.
I think we also eat and consume differently. So lunchtime, 10, 15 years ago, how many people sort of ate on the move, picked something up, a cup, and there's more stuff to be got rid of conveniently.
I think if you can kind of try to kind of revisualize these things and do it on a small scale, and also trying to over the time communicate this, and the policy becomes, instead of suggestive, more strict.